When you've lived in a house for a long time, you naturally become attached to it. So much so that many people have this romantic notion of keeping the house from which they've moved and renting it out, believing that it would make a good investment. Now, aside from this being a very emotional thought, there are real reasons why this is not necessarily a good plan. Here's an example. Denise and Todd have lived in their home for 12 years. They only owe $50,000 and it's now valued at $350,000. It will fetch $380 a week if they rent it out. It will only have costs of $4,000 a year. They apply to the bank to borrow $500,000 to buy another home. The bank has two securities totaling $820,000, so it will lend Denise and Todd the $550,000 in total, which is $50,000 for their current home and $500,000 for their new home. The interest rate is 6%. The position for Denise and Todd is their personal debt has an interest bill of $30,000 a year with no tax benefits. The investment debt has an interest bill of $3,000 a year. They will make a yearly gain on the investment property of $12,760. Since the property is in both names, then this profit is split. Denise pays $1,914 tax on her share of the gain at 30%, while Todd pays $1,914 on his share, also at 30%. Their total outlay for this exercise is $21,068 a year, which is the rent minus the tax payable, minus the interest, minus the property cost. Let's see how this would work if it's done a little bit differently. Louise and Greg have also lived in their home for 12 years and they also owe $50,000 and it's now valued at $350,000. They move and sell. After paying off the debt, they have $292,000. They borrow an extra $208,000 to buy the house they want to live in, which will cost them $500,000. They borrow a further $360,000 to buy an investment property worth $350,000 with a rent of $380 a week. The bank has two securities totaling $850,000, so it will lend Louise and Greg the $568,000 in total. Their personal debt has an interest bill of $12,480 a year with no tax benefits. The investment debt has an interest bill of $21,600 a year. They will make a loss on the investment property of $5,840 without any on-paper deductions. They will receive a tax break on this amount of $1,752. Their total outlay for this exercise is $16,568, which is the rent plus their tax refund minus the interest minus the property costs. They are ahead of Denise and Todd by $4,500 a year or $87 a week. You can see from this example that net cash flow is a very big reason not to keep the house that you move from. There are other reasons too, which are more emotional. Could you really stand to watch someone else possibly not take care of a house that you've grown to love? If it's no longer right for you to live in, then you should have no attachment to it. Cut the heartstrings and move on. Your bank balance will thank you in the end. Hi there, I'm Margaret Lomas. Buying an investment property isn't about finding something that looks good and thinking that it will make a good buy. It takes years of experience and countless hours of research to identify an area that'll perform well and a property which is right for your circumstances. Let me introduce Property Match. It's a revolutionary new system which uses machine learning and our 25 years of experience to find your next investment property. Head to our website mypropertymatch.com.au or give us a call at Destiny to find out more.